How you doing today, folks? Now, first and foremost, a little bit of housekeeping. First off, thank you to Cobbler's Choice for no reason at all, sending me this really cool ass shoehorn. They just reached out, said, "Hey, we like your videos. Do you want a shoehorn?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" It is in brass. It is beautiful. It is awesome, and I'm super happy about it. Not a sponsored video, just a really cool thing I wanted to kind of shout out. Now, this is a unboxing / first impressions from a company called Grant Stone, which I did another video from them. I don't think I uploaded that video yet, so maybe you'll have seen it, maybe you won't. I'm really not sure what I did with that video. But either way, this is a high-end pair of boots that I'm super excited about. Also, unboxing knife, for some of you guys have been curious, is going to be the Flying Shark OTF. I think it's like the Desert Shark or some shit. I don't know the name of it. I forgot. But either way, really cool. Full steel OTF that I got, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days ago off secondary market. So these are in a exotic leather, as you can see in the thumbnail, which for here says it is the field boot in Kango Tobacco Ostrich. Now, ostrich is a boot leather that is primarily found in cowboy boots. You can find them in some plain toe boots, some more basicer boots. This is a mock toe, which I've actually not seen before. I'm sure they're out there. Take my information away. So you have a very nice, thick cardstock thing. It just says, "Thank you for your purchasing a pair of Grant Stone footwear," with an actual hand-done signature. Small thing, but very much appreciated. Basic information. This is also a bottle of Severe Innovator. Saphir, probably saying that wrong, whatever. Do a quick little thing on this real fast. If I can open this. My other one's getting pretty low, so got a replacement. Basic stuff. Okay. Got a piece of foam in the box to keep the two boots separate. That's kind of cool. Little baggie here, which, if it's like the other one, will contain a very small shoehorn. And I'm not sure what else I kind of forgot. Man, this is a really small knot. There we go. Yep. Very small shoehorn. So, full-size shoehorn, baby shoehorn. I'm kind of curious if it actually works as a shoehorn. I got pretty big hands, so I'm going to say probably not. But if you have smaller hands, maybe. Some extra laces. And let's get on to the boot itself, which is, whoa, that is different. So, this is the field boot in Kango Ostrich. Ostrich meaning it has these almost like pimple protrusions where they pluck the actual hair out. Just an exotic leather, or feathers out, not hair, excuse me. What the hell am I talking about? But done in this mock toe style, I think it's really, really cool with the Christy wedge sole. I don't know about that. So these soles, right, I've used them quite a lot over the years. I like them a lot, but they're not very durable. You're going to naturally scuff them. You're going to naturally wear them down. Most soles last me about a year, sometimes 2. These, on average, last me about 6 months. The only thing worse than that is crepe rubber, which tends to last me about a month on average. But these, very, very comfortable. Don't last super long. And then putting this logo in the heel here, you're also just shortening the life. I'm not sure how thick this is. It seems like it might be kind of thick. So this is eventually going to fall out. You're going to just have a big gap there. I mean, it looks cool like this, but practicality-wise, that's not the best idea. But we have these little kind of D-rings here. Overall, it is a very interesting boot. You go ahead and throw this on so you can see it on foot. All right, so immediate first impressions of the boot are they are really comfortable. Now, normally that'd be a great point to make, but I want to be very clear here. I am an 11.5 wide in pretty much all boots. My Brannick is 12 and a half, technically 3E. Boots tend to run very, very wide in general. So normally speaking, I'm always a 11.5 wide. Now, in a previous pair of Grant Stone boots, which are also on the Floyd last, similar to these that I'm wearing right now, which is the brass boot, I went about getting those boots in. I got them in an 11.5E, which is my actual size, and 11.5 as well. 11.5E was absolutely massive on me. 11.5 in general was too tight. These are an 11E, and they fit honestly perfectly, which means that if you are shopping with Grant Stone, be aware, at least on the Floyd last anyways, this is an extremely wide boot in general, and it also is longer than actually is advertised because, again, I am 100% an 11.5. I should not fit a size 11, yet here I am, and this fits fantastically. So sizing-wise, be aware of that. As far as the leather itself, my immediate impressions are this feels fantastic. It almost immediately wants to stretch just a little bit, which I know is a concern for ostrich. It tends to stretch out of shape sometimes, so maybe there'll be a problem. Who knows? But for right now, it conformed to my foot almost immediately. Feels really, really good. This is also a leather I never thought I would actually want in a boot. Just kind of sounds pretentious and weird, but I'm at the point in my collection that I just want things that are just different. And these are definitely different. They do fit that vibe, and I honestly really, really like them in a way I did not think I would. All right, so first off, in honor of the whiny ass crybaby folks from Reddit, we're going to talk about the negatives, but the only negatives to me on this boot are extraordinarily petty. They're cosmetic at best. I don't personally care. There's a lot of you guys out there just care about the smallest little bitty inconsistencies. So I'm going to talk about those for a second, but they don't matter to me at all. They're just for y'all. So just be aware of that. I don't personally care. First off, we have a semi-loose stitch back here in this little piece right here. Pretty small detail. It's still fully functional. It's not like it's messed up or anything like that. You can just tell with just a slight slip up, but pretty petty. We also have a little bit of loose threading right there, which is, again, pretty damn petty. A little bit of loose threading right there, which is, again, pretty damn petty. And things that I don't personally care about. Now, on to the good. I love these boots. I touched on it somewhat in that little kind of like on-body part of the video, but I've been wearing these the entire day. And first and foremost, they have like no wear and no staining. If you're familiar with the Vibrant Christie outsoles just in general, like from Red Wing or something like that, they stain pretty much immediately. I don't know if this is like a proprietary formula or whatever, but like this just, it doesn't show anything. There's some dog hair on it, but like other than that, like it's brand new. Now, to be clear, I wore it all day, not on a job site doing anything crazy, literally walking around an office building. So it was not worn hard, but again, those Christie Wedge outsoles stain just walking on carpet sometimes, walking around my house. So this still being perfect is surprising, to say the very, very least. So as far as the things I like about this boot, love the fit, really like the leather. I like the whole kind of mock toe construction of it. There is also like a secondary kind of stitch right here that cups right there and cuts off right there. It's a small little detail. Maybe you care about it, maybe you don't. Just a nice little kind of bit of detail. The stitching overall, besides those few little points, is very, very solid. You have a high stitch density, cannot talk, stitch density. So that's really, really cool. Overall, very, very uniform, besides those few little spots here and there. And just a really, really, really freaking pretty boot. I also love the contrasting leather from like this dark piece right here going down to this for the actual welt itself. Also want to take a moment to shout out the very thoughtful construction of this boot, because you can see it from right here kind of, but from right here all the way around to about right there is rough out, which really, really locks in your heel. And the rest of it is glove lined, not counting this very nicely padded collar, which feels fantastic. These boots literally had, for me anyways, zero break-in. Now, to give you an idea what I've been doing with these boots is that we have a fairly large office, and I'm walking up one side, down the other. So you're basically having an incline about like that, going up, and then like that, going down. Nothing crazy, but according to this thing, I am at 19,220 steps. So that's, I'm not sure what that translates wise, mile wise, but the average person walks between 3,000 and 6,000 steps a day. So we're basically doubling that. Again, on carpet, but also on vertical surfaces, which tend to make you, or vertical surfaces, which tend to make you kind of, or horizontal surfaces, cannot talk. I tend to make boots kind of like bunch up on the toes, have little problems here and there. It had none of those issues. It just wore perfectly. If you are on a job site, really working your ass off, or if you're going to walk like 10 miles or whatever, it's a brand new pair of boots, you know, don't do that. But for me, on a relatively light day for me, and probably a more hardcore day for most people, I was just walking back and forth, no break-in, felt fantastic. Ostrich is known for a few different things, right? One of which is that it tends to stretch. So when dealing with the cowboy boots, which Ostrich is most commonly found in, it'll stretch to the point where it's no longer functional. Normally we want to buy a size down boot wise, and it's going to stretch to eventually accommodate that size larger. This might happen with these boots. For me right now, I noticed them stretch a little bit almost immediately, and then kind of conform to my foot to feel like a pair of slippers. These boots are so comfortable that I cannot even properly express how good they feel. They're like literal slippers. I've worn them all day. I'm probably going to wear them for the next several days, and I kind of want to sleep in them. I'm not going to because it's fucking weird, but that's just how good they feel on my feet, that my actual bare feet don't feel as good as these boots do on my feet. And that sounds fake, but this is not a sponsored video. I bought these boots with my own money. I'm under no impression to lie. They are just unbelievably comfortable. And I own a lot of boots from a lot of companies, most of which cost a lot more than these. And this is the first time in my life I've ever had that much comfort in a boot. That is just insane. The Christie wedge, not the most durable thing in the world, generally speaking, so that might not last. But for right now, man, and this is again just the one day, so first impressions were not a review, but as far as the first impressions, it's enormously positive. I love these freaking boots. Now, one downside about these is that I got some pretty polarizing responses. Now, I got a couple of amazing compliments, but I also had some people that are just randomly on the street that I didn't even know, like literally laugh at me. Like, oh, he's polka dot boots on, ha 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 ha. And to be fair, like it does sort of look like polka dots, like a leopard print almost, polka dot style. You might care about that. Personally, I don't. But just to give you a bit of a context, I'm 6'8", 260 pounds, pretty big, broad, tall dude. I cut a pretty intimidating figure in person, and they were making fun of me. It doesn't normally happen because of just how big I am and everything else. So if you're just like an average sized dude or like super scrawny or just kind of just a basic person, you might get roasted for wearing these. And if you care about that, just personally be aware of that. I don't. I freaking love these boots. And I thought the roasting was actually pretty damn funny. I also got some really great compliments for them as well, so that kind of offset it a little bit, I guess. But just be aware, they're definitely polarizing. Um, Other than that, man, with Grant Stone, these boots are made in China, but they're manufactured in a place that's like a resort. I've been in China. China's a pretty fucked up place to visit. Has some good aspects to it, but overall, there's just a lot of things I don't personally like about China and how they treat their people. But this boot is made in a small subsect, almost like an island resort that has higher minimum wage, that has a lot of things that just don't exist in mainland China. So you're not buying a traditionally like made in China, like sweatshop style boot. They care about their company, they care about their employees, and they make fair wages out there. But it is still a boot made in China. And if you care about that, then, you know, it is what it is. I very much care about that, but I also love these boots so damn much that I just don't care enough to not wear them. So that is the first impressions of the Grant Stone field boot in Kango Ostrich. To be very clear, this is an overall glowing first impressions, but for the actual review, I'll be wearing these things for several months, multiple times a week, going out into different forests, adventures, job sites, stuff of that nature to really put it through a hard test. This is a first impressions review, or first impressions, not a review, to be clear. So my opinions here might change, and they might change dramatically. So do I recommend these boots right now? Yes. But we'll see how they hold up over time. But right now, I am freaking in love. Also, if you happen to stay this long into the video, and you want this little baby ass shoehorn that I physically can't use, my hands are too big, comment below, say you want it, pay for shipping, and it's yours. It'll literally go in like a little envelope, so shipping will probably be like $1 or some shit. I don't know, maybe less than that, maybe more than that. I don't know what things go for nowadays, but it's a cool little shoehorn, but I just can't fit it. And I've been carrying this one in my pocket all day. I forgot about it. I have this. I love this. Cobbler's choice. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all of you guys for watching. Kind of a longer video, but I had a lot to say. As always, folks, I love you all. Please take care, and bye-bye.